Hey, post a spread pic. Yeah, so I've got a collection of socks here today. So I just received a bunch of these from one person as kind of a Christmas gift. And now I've got more socks than I know what to do with, but I thought this would be a good opportunity to make a video. I think I've made a video about this particular, or one of the socks from this brand in the past. But I just couldn't pass this up having so many and so many different types right here. I thought this would be a great time to talk about it and kind of highlight everything that's available. So first of all, this brand is called Ecosox. The way I know of this brand is they're hiking socks. And what's unique about them, they're supposed to be just super comfortable, breathable, and also sustainable. So the socks that I'm familiar with are sort of the hiking variant. And the whole thing is like, okay, they're made from mostly bamboo, and that's kind of what makes them unique, and maybe that's why they're so comfortable. What I have here are two more of what I'm already familiar with. These are the hiking socks. Now it says lightweight, half cushion. Well, I don't even know, I have a pair of these already. I don't even know which one they are, so I'm so excited to kind of compare these and figure out which I like more. Now these other two, this just says outdoors, and then this just says cushioned low cut. I don't know, I've never tried these, and I don't know what to expect. These almost look a little bit thicker, fuller, like maybe it's a wool type, product. And then these little low cut ones, I don't know what to expect from these. I don't normally wear low cut socks, so I don't know, exactly when or where or how I'll use these, but I will give them a try. Okay, so let's go into a little bit of detail. First on these hiking socks. It says Ecosox, lightweight hiking, half cushion for athletic fit. Made in China, what are you gonna do? And bamboo viscose. I don't know what that means, if that's like the style or the way it's made or type of bamboo, but let's look at the back. So this is something I'm familiar with. Okay, super soft. So 60% softer than cotton. I don't know how that's measured, but I believe it. These are very soft. Let's see, comfort, fit, desert dry. So they're moisture wicking. I can attest to that. I mean, these are my favorite hiking, camping, backpacking socks. That's what I use these for. I put big miles on them. And yeah, they're really the only sock I want to wear hiking and backpacking, seriously. And when I'm out in the backcountry, like, I just never take them off. Like, I'll sleep in them too. I mean, yeah, I bring wool socks in case I'm really suffering at night and have cold feet, which I have cold feet. But if I have the choice, I'll just never take these off. I mean, they're so comfy. And you might think this is gross, but I'll wear the same pair of socks on the entire trip. If you ask me, there really isn't a point in bringing multiple socks. I could see the fear of, like, if you think you're gonna get really wet or something, having a backup pair or whatever, but hey, I live on the West Coast. It's not really an issue for me. I'm usually in drier climates, even alpine. It's not super wet. Okay, so temperature control. Yeah, I mean, whatever, they're breathable. I'll agree with that. And then smooth toe seam, reduce friction. Yeah, I've never had any issues with friction. So it says made from bamboo, which they're saying is sustainable. Needs no irrigation or pesticides. Yeah, great. I support all that. I like the crew style. I like to pull the socks up a little bit. I think that's better. It's more comfortable and secure for me. Ohio, and now the details: 78% viscose bamboo, 10% polyester, 6% rubber, nylon, and spandex. That's really interesting. Quite the blend. Huh. Okay, so this is gonna say all the same stuff. Now, is it just more fabric or is it a different blend? The full cushion has slightly less bamboo. It's 2% less bamboo, 3% more nylon, the same amount of polyester, 2% more spandex, and 3% less rubber. That's really interesting. I mean, yeah, and the toes, this just squishing it, the full one definitely feels like there's more. I wouldn't be surprised if there's, in addition to the different blend, if there's just more fabric. Like, if I go past the toe cushion and then grab up here, even this part feels thicker to me, and the full cushion. And then maybe if I grab these, it kind of feels the same. I don't know. Maybe it is just the padded parts. Can't wait to try. All right, now let's look at the cotton guy. Outdoors, recycled cotton. Shoe size 10 to 13, that's a large. Yeah, I wear size 11, so I always get large socks, and they always work out perfectly for me. This is really interesting that these are made in Pakistan compared to China and China. I wonder if that's related to the cotton versus bamboo thing. But okay, let's look. Machine wash. Yeah, I didn't see any washing instructions on the other guys. Maybe I'm blind. I don't do anything special with these socks. I just throw them in the washer with all my other stuff. I do cold water, a normal cycle. I don't do anything fancy. I mean, they're super tough socks. If they can withstand me hiking in them, they're fine in the washer. So this says warm water. Okay, interesting. Normal, do not bleach, tumble dry, blah, blah. Do not iron. I would never iron. I don't own an iron. Do not dry clean. Yeah, no. Now this says, what is that? That must be 49% recycled cotton, 49% polyester, 2% spandex. Super interesting to advertise these as recycled cotton, and then they're less than half cotton, and then they're half polyester. But no, I mean, polyester feels great, but it's ultimately plastic, and so I would wear 100% polyester if it's comfortable. But if you have a problem with polyester and you want pure cotton, this is not pure cotton. It is like somewhat recycled cotton, but it is not pure cotton. It's half cotton. And that's pretty much all there is to say about these. I feel like half cotton, half polyester. I've worn plenty of blends of fabric that feel like this. These are also really soft, not quite as soft as these guys. It feels like thicker fibers over here, which, hey, you might like. Maybe these are even more durable. Bamboo is like a totally different beast. I've had bamboo socks that weren't durable, but I feel like it depends on the stitch and how tight it is, and because these socks are just phenomenal. All right, last thing. Let's look at these low-cut guys. My thing with this is I just don't want dirt and dust in my shoe, especially not in my sock. And I feel like with a low sock, I'm more likely to just get stuff that goes in, and then I'm hiking, and unless it's really wet out, I'm always gonna get dirt and dust on a hiking trail. Again, I live in the West Coast, California, Southern California, and everything around here, everything within several 100-mile radius is gonna be dry and dusty. So most of the time, and I like to go up to the Eastern Sierras. It's dusty, and if you've been up there, you know what dust I'm talking about. Unless you're up there when it's super wet, it's always gonna be dusty. So I've tended to stay away from low-cut socks. So we'll see, what do they say? 60%, it's kind of all the same stuff up here. Yeah, all the same info, but let's look at the breakdown. 80% bamboo, 10% polyester, 5 nylon, 3 spandex, 2 rubber. That's similar breakdown to these other guys. It's more bamboo, the same polyester, and then sort of they love to change up the nylon, spandex, and rubber distribution. It's a closer breakdown to the heavy cushion one, which is really interesting. Hopefully that means they're gonna be nice and comfy. Okay, one more thing I want to go over, because it's a huge pet peeve of mine that I'm very excited to say might be solved here, is I cannot stand when sock manufacturers ship socks or package socks with those plastic things that go through and hold everything together. You're meant to just come in and snip them and remove, but anytime you put those things through socks, it always damages the socks. Every time I pull them out, no matter what I do, no fault of my own, it damages the socks. I mean, because you pull it out and it rips out some of the stitching. And I'm sure even just the act of them putting it in, it's messes up their product. It literally destroys their product. And so I'm very excited to report that I do not have any of those on these socks. They very smartly just wrap them up in this, cardboard thing, and it holds them together. I mean, Jesus, guys, the rest of the sock industry, is this so hard? Finally, a company that respects its products, respects its customers, and isn't gonna package its products in a way that destroys them. I'm very, very pleased. Thank you. Anyway, I think I've rambled enough. I love these socks, especially these. These are tried, true, proven. Can't wait to try these. We'll see. I hope this was helpful in some way, and regardless of what you're interested in, I recommend this brand a lot. So let me know if you have any questions, or if you have your own experiences with these socks, please leave a comment so other people can read that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.